On any given day, you can check out Dr. Jill Stein's Twitter feed, and you're sure to find a bunch of vitriolic hatred posted by Democrats, people calling her a traitor, saying she's a Russian agent, blaming her for every problem that we've seen under the Trump administration, from child detention policies to climate change to everything else. But what is it that Jill Stein has really done? What is so unforgivable in the eyes of Democrats? Well, she ran an election campaign in 2016 that they blame for siphoning votes from Hillary Clinton and allegedly costing her the election. For this, she's supposed to be very sorry. She owes everyone an apology, apparently. Not just her, really, but anyone who supported her candidacy, anyone who voted for her. All of the rollback of democracy that we've seen under Trump is our fault. It's the fault of people for competing in the electoral process. But this is all very strange for those of us who know what the Green Party has done advocating for democracy.
We think any interference, foreign, domestic, by governments, by gangster networks, by corporations that control voting software, none of that is acceptable. Likewise, interference with the right to vote, with the passage of voter ID laws, with corporate media that only covers certain candidates and not others when the public is clamoring for more information. And to my mind, all of that is interference.
So, the Green Party argues is that democracy is more than just what happens on election day. Democracy is about creating the conditions where people can compete on an equal basis in elections, and that voters should be free to choose who they want without fear of spoiling the election. And honestly, isn't this what voting should be about? When you go into the voting booth, should you have to worry that your vote is going to spoil the election and ruin everything? Or should you go in and vote for the candidate who most closely represents your interests and who you most closely identify with? Americans should also realize that they actually have obligations under international agreements such as the ICCPR, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. This document provides for the fact that all citizens should be able to freely choose their representatives. And the US also has signed the 1990 OSCE Copenhagen document, which, along with all the countries of Europe and North America after the collapse of communism, laid out democratic principles, including the right of all people to seek public and political office as members of political parties or as independents. Nowhere is written that all Americans need to be members of the Democratic or Republican parties, nor does it say that other parties are not allowed to compete. This is against the international commitments of the United States, and beyond that, it is totally undemocratic. So Democrats who argue against the rights of third parties really shouldn't be calling themselves Democrats at all.